Hi guys, welcome to Pepcoding. I hope you all are going well. So in this question, we are discussing 01 knapsack. Okay, so let's discuss the question. Alright, so I am taking this input in our open board. Now in this question, you see, in this question, we have given some items. Okay, let's see here, we have given 5 items. Okay, and we have given weight of this item, and corresponding to the weight we have given some values. Okay, now we have given a what, we have given a capacity of a bag. Let's see 7. So this is the bag and the capacity of the bag is 7. Now we put this item in our bag, okay, till the capacity of the bag, and we have to generate the maximum value in our bag. Alright, so you write here, we have given 5 items, that is 2, 5, 1, 3, 4. This is the weight of the item, and here I am writing values, that is 15, 14, 10, 45 and 30, and this is the value corresponding to this item. Okay, so we have given 5 items, we have given a bag. Okay, and we have to put these items in our bag and create a maximum value. Okay, if you know, we have two choices to put each item in the bag. We can include this item or we can exclude this item. Okay, so we have two choices to choose each item. So total we have 32 choices to put this item in our bag, and we check where we get the maximum value, and also we have to see it's under the capacity of the bag. Okay, so we can't put the food after 7 kg the bag. Okay, let's see. Now how are we gonna solve? I think you understand the question. Now we have to solve this. Okay, so for DP there are three stages. What are they? First, the storage and meaning. So first we define the storage and meaning, then we find the direction where we get the smaller and a smaller problem, and where is the bigger problem. Okay, then we travel and solve the DP. Alright, so if you see, in this question we have weight and capacity. Okay, so this is the capacity of a bag. Let's suppose the capacity of the bag is 5. Okay, it means we can put items till the total weight of item is less or equals to the capacity of the bag. We can put 5 kg of total item. Okay, if we have 2 kg of item, 3 kg of item, we can include both these items, and we calculate the values of this item, and we find where we get the maximum value. All right, now now we have to what, we have to define a storage and its meaning also. So what I'm gonna do, I make a storage. So I make a what, 6 cross 8. What is the size of the DB? Just think about it. So what is the size of the DP? All right, here. Now size of the DP is we have 5 items. It means the items, it is say n. Okay, so we're gonna make a n plus 1 into what is the capacity? Capacity 7, means capacity plus 1. So we are making this size of DP. It means 6 cross 8. Okay, because the item is 5, so we are making 6, and the capacity is 7, so we are making 8. 6 cross 8 size of DP. All right, so now I'm gonna make 6 cross 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and what we are gonna store in this DP? Think about it. So what we are gonna store in this TP? You see, let's see. So, this is our item. Okay. So this is our item. This is the weight, and this is the value. Okay. Now here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Here is the size of column. Okay. Now this is the capacity. Okay. So if I talk about this cell, so what we're gonna fill in this cell, that is, if we have this item, so what is the maximum value we get from this item if the capacity of the bag is, you know what we're gonna say? If let's see, if we have only these items, we have only 1 kg of item, 2 kg of item, and 5 kg of item. So, and the capacity of bag is, let's suppose, 4. So we have to store we store in this cell is that what is the maximum value we get from these items to put in this bag of capacity 4. Okay, so I think you understand. Now we're gonna fill this TP. So there is no item. Okay, there is no item. Okay, so it means, now see, if we have 0 capacity, let's talk about 0 capacity. If we have 5 capacity, okay, but if we have no item, then we can't fill anything, we can't put anything in our bag. So we can't put anything in our bag, because if we have no item, we can't put anything in our bag. So I'm just writing 0. We get only 0 value. Okay, because we have no item. Now if we have 0 capacity, it means we have no bag. If we have capacity of 0, okay, if we have a bag, capacity is 0, so we can't put any item in this bag. It means here is also 0. Okay, now see, now I'm starting with this. Okay, so first I'm taking this item. Okay, so what is the condition to put this item in our bag? Let's suppose I'm talking about this item. Okay, I'm talking about this item 514. Okay, 514. Now suppose if the capacity of the bag is 2, so can we put this item in our bag? The weight of the item is 5 and the capacity of the bag is 2. So can we put this item in our bag? No, we can't, because the weight of the item is greater than the bag. So it's valid the bag. Okay, so we can't put this item in our bag. So the condition is that the weight of the item okay, weight of the item is less than the value of capacity. Okay, so we can take this item in our bag. All right, now of this, now you understand this. Okay, so let's fill the array. So first we choose this item. So the weight of this item is what? 2 and the capacity is 1. So we can't choose this item. So what is the value of this item? 0, because here we can see here what we get, 0. Now from here the capacity of the bag is 2. Let's see, capacity of the bag is 2. So we have two choices. For this item. We can exclude this or we can include this. Okay, so what we get after exclude this and what we get after include this? So first let's suppose we exclude this item, so we don't put this item in our bag. Then the capacity of the bag is 2. So we see at here what we get, the maximum value in the capacity of 2, we get 0. Okay, so I'm writing 0. Right, now if we include this item, it means if we put this item in a bag, let's suppose I put this item in the bag. Now the capacity is what? Capacity is 0. 2 minus 2. Okay, so we have 0 capacity. Then we see here, what we get the value if the capacity is 0. We get 0. So we get 0 plus we have the value of this item, that is 15. So total is now 15. Okay, so if we exclude this item we get 0, and if we include this item we get 15. So we write 15. Okay, so similarly if you see, if we now, if the capacity is 3, okay, so the bag capacity is 3. Okay, so if we exclude this item, so we see here, if we exclude this item, we see here the capacity of the bag is what? 3, and we get 0. We get 0 from this. Well, we get 0, and if we include this item, then we see here, then the capacity is what? 1. Capacity is 1, and the value we get from this capacity is 0. 0 plus the value of this item, 15, that is 15. So in every cell we write 15, because if we exclude we get 0, and if we include, so we see here, and also we get 0 plus the value of the item. So every time we get 15. Okay, now let's see here. Okay, so if you see, now we are at this item. Okay, so we can only take this item. Suppose I'm talking about this. If we have the capacity of the bag is 3. Okay, capacity of the bag is 3. So can we put this item in our bag? No, we can't, because the capacity is less than the weight of the item. So we can't put this item in our bag. Okay, so till 4 we can't include this item. So where we get the value? We see here. If you don't take this item, we see in the previous row how this is the maximum value of capacity. If the capacity of bag is 1, then this is the maximum value we can get. Okay, so we see here, if the capacity of the bag is 1, the maximum value we get 0. If the capacity of bag 2, the maximum value we get 15. Okay, so this is without this item, because till 4 we can't include this or exclude this item. Okay, we can't put this item in our bag. So till this we can similarly write the previous one. Okay, now talk about this. Now talk about here. So we have capacity 5. So the capacity of the bag is 5. Okay, now we have two choices. We can include this item 513. We can include or we can exclude. So let's suppose we exclude this item. So what we get? If we exclude this item, then we see here, then the capacity of the bag is 5. So this item can create the maximum value is 15 in the capacity of the capacity of the bag is 5. If the capacity of the bag is 5, we get 15. So here we get 15 if we don't choose this item. Okay, now if we put this item in a bag, so let's suppose I put this item in the bag. Now the capacity is what? Capacity is 0, because the capacity is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. Now if you see here, now the capacity of the bag is 0. Now we get 0. Now the capacity of the bag is 0, and we get 0 at 0. So we write 0 plus the value of this item, that is 14. So we get 14 if we include this item. If we include this item, we get 14. If we exclude this item, we get 15. So we don't put this item because the maximum value we get without this item. So I'm writing 15. Okay. Similarly, if we talk about 6, okay, if we exclude, then what we get? 15. If we include, okay, if we include this item, then the capacity is left 1, and if we have capacity of 1, then we get 0. So 0 plus the value of this item 14, that is 14. Okay, so which is the maximum? Which is the maximum, 15 or 14? 15. So I'm writing 15. Now see here very carefully. Okay, here very carefully. Now what is the capacity of the bag at this cell? 7. Okay, I'm writing 7. Now we have two choices. We can include or we can exclude. Okay, so first we exclude this item. So we don't take this item in our bag. Then we get the capacity what? 7. Okay, and we see if we have the capacity is 7, then the maximum value we can create 15. So without him, if we don't include this, we get 15. Okay, now if we include this item, let's suppose if we put this item in our bag, I put this item in the bag. Now the capacity is what? 2. 7 minus 5. I have to subtract this weight of the item from our capacity. So 7 minus 5 is 2, right? Now what is the value? 15 plus we still have 2 capacity. So we look here at 2. So if the capacity of the bag is 2, we get 15. So 15 sorry so 15 from the if we have capacity 2 plus the value of the item, that is 14. So that is equals to 29. And what is the maximum of this two? 29. So I'm writing 29. So I hope you know what we are doing. Okay, so let's see. Now we have this item. Okay, so we have two choices. We can include this or we can exclude this item, right? So, and what is the condition to take this item? We check the weight. The weight is the weights should have less or equal to the capacity, so we can put this item in our bag, right? Now there is two choices. We can include this or we can exclude this item. So first, if we exclude this item, then we see here what will the value we get if the capacity of bag is 1. So we get 0. And if we put this item in our bag, let's suppose if we put this item in our bag, now the capacity is what? 0. Okay, at 0 we get 0 plus the value of this item 10. It means 10. So we have to include or exclude. We have to include this item because here we get the maximum. So I'm writing 10. Okay, similarly if we, let's see, now if we exclude this item, it means we have capacities now 2, and we see here, okay, we see here, then we get 15 if we exclude this item. And now see here, if we include this item, we get 0 plus the value of the item 10, that is 10. So what is the maximum of these two? 15. Okay, I'm writing 15, right? Now see again. So if we exclude this item 110, means we don't put this in our bag, so the capacity is what? 3. Okay, so we get all capacity, and in this capacity we can generate 15. So I'm writing 15. And if we put this item, so the capacity is now what? 2. Okay, 3 minus 1, that is 2. And we see here, if we have capacity of 2 the bag, then we can generate 15 plus the value of this item 10, that is equals to 25. Okay, just is this. Okay, now what we get the maximum from this to 25. I'm writing 25. It means we include this item. It means we put this item in our bag. Then the capacity is left 2. Then we see what we can generate the maximum value in this capacity, that is 15. So 15 plus the value of item 10, that is 25. Okay. So similarly, see here, if we don't put this item in our bag, then we get 15. If we put this item in our bag, then we see here we get 15 plus the value of the item 10, that is total equals to 25. So here we also 25. Now similarly here, if without him we get 15, or with this, if we include this item, we get 15 plus the value of the item, that is 25. Similarly here, now if you see, now here we include this item. Okay, till this point 6 we include this item. Okay, now if you see, if we exclude this item, we get all capacity, that is 7, and we can generate what, 29. If we have 7 capacity of the bag, okay, we generate 29. If we include this item, it means we put this item in our bag, so we can generate what, the capacity of the bag left is 6, and we can generate only 15 plus the value of the item is 10. So the maximum value we get is 25. So which is the maximum of this two? 29. So this time we exclude this item and we write 29. Okay, so what we are going to do, we find the maximum of these two. First we include and exclude, and then we find the maximum, which is the maximum of these two, and we store this in our D. All right, now we are at here. Okay, so we have this, right? So, and we have a bag. Okay, now first we exclude, then we include. So we can exclude this item till 2 because the weight is greater than this capacity till the 2. Okay, so here we similarly write the same at previous row. Okay, 15, 10, 15. It means it is the value, it is the maximum value we get if the capacity of the bag is 2. Okay, without this item. All right, and if you see, I indexing this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and the index of this item, let's love this first. Okay, and if you see, index of this item is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it means if we are at 4th row, so we get the value at 4 minus 1. It means if it is I, then we get the value of weight and the value of the item at I minus 1. Okay, got it? Now I'm talking about this at this point. Okay, so at this point we have this item. Okay, so now we have choice, we can exclude this or we can include this item. Okay, so first we exclude. If we exclude this, we check here what we get. What we will get, we get 25, right? And if we include this item, it means we put this item in our bag. Okay, we put this in our bag, and the capacity is what, 3. Then the capacity is now what, 3 minus 3 minus weight of the item, that is 3, is equals to 0. Okay, so capacity is 0. Then we see here, if we have 0 capacity, we get what, 0 value. So 0 plus the value of the item, that is 45. It means 45, total is 45, and which is the maximum, 45. All right, so it means we include this item and the value we get is 45, right? Now the capacity of the bag is 4. Okay, so the capacity of the bag is 4. Okay, so first we exclude this. So if we exclude this, we get 25. We get 25, right? Or if we include this item, we include this item, that is 345. Okay, I'm talking about 340. So if it means if we put this item in our bag, then the capacity left is 1. 4 minus 3 now, so it is 1. Then we check at 1. If the capacity of the bag is 1, we get what? 10. We get 10 plus the value of the item, that is 45. That means total is 55, right? So what is the maximum of these two? 55. I'm writing 55, right? No, 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 the capacity of the bag is 5. If we exclude, we get all capacity, it means 5, and the max value we get is 25. Here we exclude this. Now if we include this, capacity left is what? 5 minus 3, that is 2. So we check at 2, we have 2 capacity, then we get what? 15 plus the value of the item, that is 25. Oh sorry, that is 45. Okay, total is 60. So what is the maximum? 60. So we write 60, right? Now if we exclude this item, then we get what? 25. All right. So what we are doing, we are check in the previous row what we get if the capacity is 6, or if the capacity is 6 minus the weight of the item. So what is the weight of the item? 3. So if the capacity is 6, then we have left 3 capacity. Okay, then we check at 3, what we get? 25 plus the value of the item, that is 45. The total is now 70, and the maximum of this is 70. Okay, now we have 7 capacity. Okay, so the capacity of the bag is 7. Okay, capacity of the bag is 7. Now first we exclude this item. So if we exclude this item, we get 29. And if we include this item, the capacity is left now 7 minus 3, that is 4. So we check at 4, we get what? 25. So I'm writing what? 25 plus the value of the item, that is 45. Total is now 70, and the maximum of these two, after excluding and including the item, the maximum of these two is 70. Okay, so now erase this all. Now we are at this point. Okay, so let's see. 430. So till this point we can't include this item. So we have to see in the previous row without him what the maximum value we get if the capacity is this. So if the capacity is 1, we get 10. If the capacity is 2, we get what? 15. If the capacity is 3, we get 45. Now here we have two choices. We can exclude this item or we can include this item. Okay, and now here at the point, the capacity of the bag is 4. Okay, so first we exclude this item. So what is the capacity of the bag? 4. So here we get 55, right? Now if we put this item in the bag, then the capacity is what? 0. 4 minus 4 is 0. So we check at here. Okay, and we get 0. Plus the value of this item. What? Value of this item is 30. If we put this item in the bag, then we have to also add the value of this item. So that is 30. So what is the maximum value of these two? 55. It means if we exclude this item, we get the maximum value. Okay, so this time we exclude this item. Okay, now the capacity of the bag is 5, right? The capacity of the bag is 5. C5. Okay, now if we exclude this item, if we don't take this item, means the capacity we get 60 at this point. Okay, if we include this item, 430, then the capacity is left is 1. So we check at 1, and we get what? 10. So I'm writing 10 plus the value of the item, that is 30. So we get 40. And what is the maximum of these two? 60. So I'm writing 60. It means we exclude this item at this time. Okay, now the capacity of the bag. Now you see the capacity of the bag is 6. Okay, I'm writing 6. Okay, so first we exclude this item, we don't take this item. So what we get? We get 70 if we exclude this item, because the capacity is now what? 6. Now if we include this item, so 6 minus 4, we have to what? Subtract the weight of the item. So capacity minus weight of the item, that is equals to 2. Now we see at 2, here is the 2, we get what? 15. We get 15 plus the value of the item, that is 30. So total is now what? 45. And what is the maximum of these two? 70. It means this time also we exclude this item, right? And we get 70. No, here be very careful. Okay, so this is the answer also. This is our answer. Okay, because what is the meaning of that cell? It means if we have capacity 7, then what will the maximum value will get from this item, all this item. Okay, so also let's look here. You see we have bag, and the capacity of the bag at this time is 7, right? Now we have two choices. We can put this item and we can put this item. It means we can include this item, we exclude this item. So first we don't put this item in our bag, then the capacity is what? 7. Then we see if we have capacity of 7 the bag, then we can generate maximum value is 70. All right. Now if we include, it means if we put this item in our bag, so what we get? If we put this item in a bag, now the capacity is what? Capacity is 7 minus the weight of the item, that is 3. Okay, and now see what will you get if the capacity of the bag is 3. Now see here we get 45. The capacity of the bag is what? 3, and we get what? 45. I'm writing here 45 plus the value of this item, that is 30. Total is now 75. So this time we include this item. Okay, and we get the maximum value. So we get what? 75, right? And this is our answer. Okay, so I hope you clear this all. Now let's code it. So let's code in Recursion. So first what we have to do? First we make a DP of size what? Size, let's see, size what? Size the item value plus 1. It means n plus 1 cross. What is the capacity? Capacity 7 plus 1. So this is our size. Okay, now see. So first we make a DP. So it's here. Okay, and first we fill 0. So 4 in what? 4 in let's suppose x, 4 x in range, 4x in range what? What is the range? First is capacity plus 1. Okay, so this is our column. All right, now this is for our row. In row, so 4 y in range what? In range n plus 1. This is our row. Okay, now we run the loop. So first we run on where? First we start from here, means we start from row, first row, then we travel in column. Okay, see, So for I, what is I? I is items. For I, so for I in range what? In range n plus 1, because this is our item. Okay. Now for j, j in range. So this is our what? This is our capacity. Okay. So let's suppose I'm writing C. C denotes for capacity. Okay. And this is I denotes for item. Alright. Now what is the condition? What is the condition to put this item? The weight of the item should be less or equals to the capacity. It means capacity is greater than equal to the weight of the item. Alright, so we can take this item. So I'm writing what? If the capacity what C is greater than equals to the weight of the item, and where we get weight, you see, if the index is 2, then the weight we get at I minus 1. If this is I, we get the value or weight at I minus 1. So here I'm writing up I minus 1. Okay. Now what we are doing, we exclude this item and we include this item. We have two choices. Then we compare and store this in our DP. Okay, the maximum value we get and store in our DP. So first we exclude this item. So after excluding, so let's see excluding value. Okay, so what is the excluding value? You see, if we exclude this item, then we see at here. Okay, see at this point in previous row at same column. Okay, so we exclude this item. Okay, we exclude this item. We take the value at where I minus 1 in the previous row and at the same column, that is C. Right. Now if we include this item, so include value, what is the include value? That is dp of I minus 1, and let's see I minus 1, and let's see here what we're gonna do. If we include this item, we have to subtract the weight of the item from our capacity. Let's suppose capacity is C, so we have to subtract the weight, but the weight of the item is weight of I minus 1. This is our column. Okay, so if we let's suppose 6, because capacity is 6. Okay, and the weight is 3. What is this? So we subtract this and then we get 3, and we see at this column. Okay, I'm writing here we have to what? Subtract the weight of the item from our capacity. So C minus what is the weight? Weight of I minus 1. Right. Now we have to store the value in our DP, and what the maximum of these two. So maximum of loading value and including value. Okay, so we get the maximum value. All right. Else if we don't choose this item, then simply we can say we can store dp is what? Dp of minus 1 and dp of C. Okay, now we have to return the answer. Okay, this is the return time. So we have to return this. Okay, so here it can print. Okay, so dp of what? Dp of n and dp of cap. Here we get the answer. Let's run this code. See what we get. There is nothing. Let's see what we are doing wrong. We have to return now. So return. Okay, let's see. again wrong. Let's see what we are doing wrong. Also, if we include the value, we also have add the value of the item. So here we write value of I minus 1. Sorry for that. Okay, now run this again. So this time it's separate. Okay, separate. Now submit this. So I hope you understand the question. So if you like this video, then please don't forget to like, subscribe and share our channel. Thank you.